Welcome to 2020's first virtual back to school night and the College Prep Energy in the Environment Science course. My name is Miss Dime, and my email is rdime@wtps.org. So, this is a college preparatory class, and the goals of this class are to develop good observational, analytical, and reasoning skills that can be carried through all of the other sciences at the high school. We also have a goal of hoping that the kids will become more informed global energy users. The grading, this is what the kids usually are most concerned about. So we have tests and exams, whichever you want to call them. They are 35% of the grade. Your quizzes are 20. Lab work is 25%. Your classwork slash homework assignments are 10%. And then projects will be 10%. And they'll get one or two per semester. Right now, in the first semester, they have reassessments available. So if kids don't do well on an assessment, then we can make arrangements to redo or reassess on Wednesdays during those virtual office hours. Lab work. Due to social distancing, we will be doing mostly online simulations and collecting virtual data for various topics. Late work. The first semester has a 1 week grace period for late assignments. However, I'm trying to encourage the kids to not rely on that to hold that more as an emergency basis, that they might need an extension on something. Schoology automatically does put in the word late or an L for late, but that does not mean that they'll lose points during this first semester. During this school year, I will drop the lowest homework and then quiz or lab grade, one or the other, will be dropped each semester. That's just to give the kids a little extra boost. And then again, those reassessments can be done. They just need to request it, and we'll be doing them on our virtual Wednesdays. So, some tips for success. We want to try and meet our deadlines. Hand in completed lab assignments and other assignments. Come to virtual Wednesday office hours as soon as they might feel that there's a problem or are confused or need help with anything. Just don't wait for it to pile on and then be really confused and overwhelmed. And even if nothing is officially due the next day, I encourage reading over notes for 10-15 minutes every day. I encourage that with my own kids who are both in the high school with little success. So I still recommend it every year to parents to see if we can get them to change their thinking. There will probably be do some sort of lab activity roughly once a week, maybe every 2 weeks. Some other tips would be to participate in class. Now, when we had the virtual classes, the kids, nobody liked to put their camera on, and it was tough to participate. They could participate through the chat, and they did great with that. But now that we're, some of us are back in school on certain days, it would be really beneficial for them to be engaged in class. And then this other one is really something that, kids, it's kind of tough to get through to teenagers, but they don't want to wait and study everything and cram for a test or an assessment of some sort. They want to try and break it up into little pieces and do a little bit every day just to refresh their memory on that material. Now that they're in the high school, they need to start building some of their own independence. And so some of the things that I always suggest to parents, and it's actually good for you, is to have the kids talk directly to their teacher. So if there's a problem, just have them come in and talk with the teacher or send the teacher an email. Encourage them to self-assess their learning and their understanding, and that goes back to looking over their notes. help them come up with solutions if they have trouble or did not do well on an assignment. So, for example, have them analyze what they did to prepare and find new and better ways for them to do better next time. I know that sometimes that works for my daughter. She took the AP History course last year, and the first couple of assessments were really, really rough. And so, I had her look at, well, what did you do to prepare? And then I asked her, what she was going to do differently and, tried to come up with some ideas, but let her do that so that she realizes, this is all learning and you can learn from your mistakes just as much as you can learn from your successes. And then extra help. I am just a text or an email away, and then the office hours on Wednesdays, they're pretty flexible. The science is at 10 a.m., but if they needed something at a later time, we could always try to set that up. I really thank you for taking time to go through this presentation, and you can email me at any time if you have questions about anything at all. All right, thank you. Have a good night.